So welcome to this new video, and today we are going to review how to do some kind of moire effect. I don't really know how it's pronounced in English, but you will see quickly what I'm going to do. So let's start to create a uniform, a gray uniform, because that will be more convenient for the future. And then create this moire effect. And to do that, we are going to use an ISF shader modifier. So ISF shader is interactive shader format, and let's go into stylize and circular halftone. So which creates this effect, and why I choose to take a gray uniform, because like this with the uniform I can change by the color of the gray uniform the thickness of my line. Also, if you click on the circular screen interactive shader format modifier, then you can go into the file tab, and actually every one of these modifier you can find on your computer here into this file and access it through the file tab. So you can change from one modifier to the other, and each one has one set of parameters. And then going to the shadow windows, you can actually see how is written these modifiers. So I think that pretty all of these modifiers have been given to Smode by VidVox, VidVox. I don't really know how it's pronounced, but from them. So thanks a lot to them. And then let's start to do some moire effect, and let's start to change a little bit the scale of this pattern. Okay, and let's add a new renderer to this uniform. So Control Shift A, and now I have two renderer, this one and this one, and let's change the one above from normal to multiply, and then already I starting to having something. Let's change a little bit its scale so I can do some animation. Alright, so let's make a kind of a small animation, change a little bit the scale maybe. Alright, change the uniform color value to see what's happening. Okay, like that. And let's change its position, let's say from 49 to 51. So create back and forth loop, and 49 to 51. Okay, so now I got my first animation. Alright, let's see what. So now once you have this thing already done, you can, well, have fun by modifying one or the other parameters. And one thing you may notice, if I scale this parametric, the first parametric, well, of course I'm scaling everything down, but I'm using to scale apart from this because I needed to have my wall layer moving. But maybe it's better to use distort 2D transform modifier with, let's say, mirror repeat wrap mode, and then you can scale down one part or the other without ruining everything. So now what I'm going to do to end this tutorial, because I don't want it to be too long, is I'm going to link one of these parameters to the sound of my voice. So, and first let's see if what's going on if I use another set of. I remember that this one is kind of straight lines. Let's put back this. So I want to link one of this parameter to the sound of my to the sound of my voice. So let's say the intensity of this one. What could we do? Yeah, let's take the rotation of this layer. That will be better. So let's use distort 2D transform and change the rotation of this one. and put it in mirror repeat. Doesn't change a thing. No, it's not convenient. So what I'm going to do, oh yeah, the scale could be fine. So what I'm going to do is just change the scale and control this scale with the sound of my voice. And to do that, I'm going to expose the scale parameter as a percentage parameter and go into the function editor, and let's say that I will change from this value to this one. Let's see what's happening. Alright, we can combine some parameters. Let's see what's happening if I'm moving the scale of this one. Alright, let's start with this value and end up with another one. And let's see what's happening. Okay, seems fine enough. And so I'm going to use this parameter. Let's call it voice link. And now first I need to configure an audio input, so I have a microphone plugged in, obviously. So I will use inside the device type, edit device, control input, no, audio input, and change it to audio, Windows audio, microphone, snowball, apply changes. And now to be sure that it works, you can see here into the audio input, into the device panel, and be sure that it's currently working and you're resaving something. So now I'm going to learn this parameter, link it to audio spectrum extractor. Alright, so now what's going on, it's I have this audio spectrum, which is basically Solomon's only tool to get back my voice or any audio for what it matters, and then send it through a target into this value. So this target, actually, if I say go to value, it go into the percentage of this voice link. So right now you see that nothing's moving because I need to configure a little bit my audio spectrum extractor, and right now my voice is having more effect on this part. And if I do a clap, you see what's happening. So let's put this square on the right place. Alright, so the audio spectrum extractor is only that. So as you see, when I'm speaking, it's quite rough what's happening here inside the slider. So what I can do is use the target linked to this parameter, and on this target voice link value, I will add a modifier, dynamic smooth. And smooth has two values, positive and negative speed. Positive speed is basically what the value is going to do when it's going from 0 to 100%, and negative speed from 100% to 0%. So what I want to do is, when I'm start talking or I'm starting clapping in my hand, I want the cursor to go quickly in 100% or in high value and go back very slowly. So to do that, I need to change my positive speed and let's say like 100. And now as you see, the cursor is going up very fast and going down slower. So let's change the negative speed to 5 and see what's happening. Okay, seems to work. And so to configure that, to be sure that your effect is well applied, you have two options. Or you configure it more precisely in the audio spectrum, or easier, you just change your value. If you see that my voice is never reaching like 50%, but I can also change my value here and it will do the trick. And here it is. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and see you next time.